What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today we're going to look at the best gun split playbooks in college football 26. We're going to look at every playbook that has at least 3 or more of the gun split formation. So my local high school team and middle school team runs this type of offense. At least they use the formations. It's a very fun offense. You can do a lot of cool things with it. You can be very option-oriented. You can be very air raid. It just depends on the plays that are within these. We're going to look at 13 of these playbooks. So hopefully by the end of the video, you have a good idea of which playbook may be of interest to you. So if you like to be in the shotgun, if you got multiple bags you want on the field at the same time, then this video is definitely for you. Let's start off in alphabetical order with Air Force. So as we know, this is an option playbook, plenty of flex bone. We got a wing bone, power eye, Maryland eye, pistol. But let's go to the shotgun. Let's talk about the split formation. Split tight. This is a 22 personnel look with a couple tight ends out there and that one wide receiver. You got 6 plays there. Then we got basic gun split, 21 personnel, and then we got split Y offset. You are moving your tight end off the line, which means you're putting your Z receiver on the line. So this playbook has 3 split formations. This is what you would use if you want to run some option-based stuff. As you would imagine, triple option right, and then you got triple option left, and it's got some drop back stuff out of this split type formation. You got basic split, guess what, more triple, got a little play action, we got more play action, power read follow, another power read. So if you're into the inverted veer stuff, you can have some fun with this one. Inside zone split, off tackle, it's got its basic runs as well, along with some even more play action. You got a basic speed option, you go to split Y offset, 9 plays here, guess what, more triple, more running, more play action, and guess what, even more triple. You do got a nice little mini series right here with a halfback swing. It's a cross screen, an RPO, then your basic triple on top of that. So if you want to run some triple, but you want to do it out of the gun split formations, then this is definitely a good playbook to look at. Next up, we have the Air Raid alternate playbook. So one hidden mini scheme to the air raid, especially like the Mike Leach version. You know, everybody knows about the 4 wide stuff, 2x2, 3x1, but it also had a great 2-back look to the scheme. Again, so the air raid alternate playbook is all kind of about the Mike Leach way of doing things, classic air raid. And we're going to look at the split formations here. Starting off, these are called green. They actually use air raid verbiage in these playbooks, which I think is really cool. Green is a basic 2-back slot look, 27 plays there. Then we got green rip. You are just moving your slot receiver off the line on that one, 30 plays there. Then we got green rip offset. You're just offsetting those 2 backs. So we got 3 formations of guns split. Let's go look at green. So as you would imagine, plenty of air raid, whether it's some pre-snap motion, like you see here with some swing, but I'm seeing Y cross, I'm seeing sail. But look at these names: H push fake, gut 94. I love it. Thank you, EA, for doing stuff like that. I'm a big air raid fan, so I get excited when I see stuff like this. Then you notice we got plenty of mesh. We got, you know, again, your typical air raid type stuff. And then 27 plays just from this one formation alone. You can run an entire air raid attack out of this formation if you want to. You can also use this one, green rip, 30 plays here. Notice we got a nice little mini series with a Z in with a fly 95. Then you got a Z post, and you got an F5 on top of that. But I'm still seeing basic Y cross, more Y cross. Then we got Hank, then we got Y sail, Y corner. Here's a nice little motion mini series with more halfback swing, and it just goes on and on and on. Then you got green rip offset, more halfback swing if you need some of it. Again, the halfback is a big proponent of the offense in terms of getting the ball via the air, so make sure you throw to those halfbacks. So this is the reason why you pick this playbook, is to run air raid, obviously, but the amount of great 2-back stuff here is just insane. We're actually not done. This is all about gun split, don't get me wrong, but this and the Go-Go playbook are the only ones that have these split backs. I just want to mention these. We got blue and we got blue rip. This is really old school. This is technically, you know, the Lavelle Edwards pre-air raid type stuff right here. If you want to get under center, you got 12 plays there for blue. Then you got blue rip where you're going to split out with a slot receiver as well. But again, plenty of shotgun split if you need it, especially if you want to run the air raid. I mean, you can't do any better than what you see right here. Next up, we have the BYU power spread playbook. So a good theme with these gun split formations is they are the condensed or compressed formation. So with this playbook, it's got plenty of shotgun. It's got a pistol, a single mag, power eye, but it's all about the shotgun. And let's talk about the splits. Split Y off. Notice how close the receivers are, though. Then you get into true split close. Then you get split flanker close, and then we got split slot open. So you got a nice variety here of different type of splits. So with 4 total formations to look at. Split Y off, it's got your typical, I don't know, it's like a basic stuff. It's got some option. It's got basic smash concepts, nothing too out of the ordinary. Basic read option, a wheel trail that looks pretty cool. Then you go to split close, you can do some triple out of it, halfback power O, halfback inside, or fullback. Then you got read option, some digs, screens, halfback wheel, some mesh built in that as well. And then we got an X drag, which is technically like a Y sail. Then you go to split flanker close. I'm seeing like a shallow cross concept, and dig, more digs. If you like the dig route, you can't go wrong with this playbook, especially out of the split formations. Then we got split slot open, 21 plays here. You'll probably base everything out of this formation and you work your way to the other ones. But then we got a dart triple option left, which is pretty unique. And keep on going. We got a reverse, basic inside zone, play action, flood, which is basically another Y sail, draw, gut. This has got a little bit of everything. So if you needed a nice mix of running, option, air raid, just drop back, screens, I mean, you really can't go wrong with this particular playbook. I like it a whole lot, but again, probably the reason why you want to go with this is because a lot of these split formations are condensed. Next up, we have the Central Michigan option playbook. Everybody knows this is a great spread option. I call it spread option because a lot of it's shotgun. It's got some pistol if you needed some of that as well. And of course, there's some 2-back looks, but we're all about the gun split stuff. But I do want to point out about this pistol. We got plenty of 2-back looks if you need some of that as well. But let's go over and talk about the gun. Let's go to the very beginning, and we're going to start off with split Y offset. We've seen this formation already. Then we got split twins. I like that formation. You just flood one side of the field, make it a little harder on the defense. Then you got split twins offset, which I like as well. Then we got basic split slot. So we got several formations to look at, again, beyond these pistol 2-back looks, which is great. If you need a combination of the two, this is just a great playbook for that. But let's start off at the very beginning here. Let's go back to split Y offset. You got 12 plays here. So again, this is all about the option. So expect plenty of triple, basic inside zone, more triple. Guess what? More. There's like 18 million triple plays in this formation alone. Split twins, more triple, halfback tackle. You got some good passing plays as well built into some of this stuff. You got speed option to the weak side. You got power read. You got halfback power O. Split twins offset if you need that halfback offset look. More triple options, some stick. I'm seeing over motion outside zone, which is pretty neat. Then you got over motion buck triple option. That's a whole lot of stuff going on right there. Then we got some exit motion kind of sort of with your other halfback. You got halfback power G, PAY seam. You even got a shovel built into that, which is pretty neat. You keep on going, halfback cross buck and another speed option. Then you got more halfback swing with an X spot, an RPO, and then a throwback screen on top of that. Let's look at split slot. We got 18 plays here. The more spread out you go with this, the more you're going to find some of that air raid stuff built in, like we saw in the air raid alternate playbook. But we got basic 2-buck. This is, you know, your go post combo with 6-8-9 hook, and the halfback screen complements that really well. But of course, you're going to have the speed option to help you out. You got a triple, you got a read, then you got a dart, then you got a load. Again, this is all about option. This probably has more fun stuff than the Air Force playbook we looked at. It just depends on which plays you need, of course. But I definitely had to point this particular playbook out. It's got so much good gun split stuff. You just can't go wrong with it. And of course, if you need to go to the pistol, do some 2-back stuff, you could definitely do that as well. Next up, we have the Georgia Tech power spread playbook. I've already made a video on this playbook. It's got a bunch of good shotgun stuff. It's got a little bit of pistol if you need it as well. It's more of a 1-back style of things. But let's talk about the gun split stuff. Let's go over here and start off at the very beginning. We have split twins. We've already seen this formation, but we got 24 plays there. Then we got split twins Y off. This is a new formation for us. Then we got split slot offset. And then that is it. So these 3, but you got plenty to work from. Let's start off with split twins. 24 plays here. Now, what's great about this one, as we all know, the Georgia Tech playbook is very motion heavy, so expect to see a lot of this stuff right here. Double motion, RPO, and a counter bash, and a PA cross. Then we got a power read, and a halfback screen, and a swing cross. If you need a lot of pre-snap fun, you can't go wrong with this playbook, that's for sure. You just keep on going. Look, we got more. We got some orbit out of our split looks, which is pretty cool. Power read, halfback off tackle, power G read option. Just a lot of fun stuff there. Split twins way off. We got 12 plays here. Counter bash, lead split zone. Expect a lot of pulling plays, whether it's with a tight end or with some of your linemen. You got a sweep week. Then we got an RPO read slide. You keep on going. More read Y slide across screen and alert, and a more halfback swing mini series, which is cool, and it's not even done. We got a power read toss and a swing spot and a counter bash. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Then we got a split slot offset, more halfback swing. Guess what? Even more halfback swing. You got a QB draw built in, so that's another thing about this playbook. It's very QB friendly in terms of the run game, especially if you just want to run with the quarterback. Then we got some triple. We got Y cross. We got Y stick. So if you need more option heavy run with a lot of motion, this is probably the best playbook for you, especially if you run out of the gun split formations. Excellent playbook. I love it. Next up, we have the go-go alternate playbook. So once Coach Marion left UNLV last year, he's now taken over Sacramento State, I think. Thankfully, EA brought back the go-go playbook, and it's an alternate playbook. It's got mostly shotgun. It's got a little bit of pistol, some two-back if you need it to complement your gun split stuff. We also got under center split. So this is what I talked about earlier in that air raid playbook. This is the only other playbook in the game that's got the split back stuff from under center. But let's talk about the gun split. So the big reason why you pick this playbook is because of the go-go formations. You see here, go-go offset over, go-go this, go-go that. But we also got plenty of split formations. We got basic gun split, split slot open, and then split slot offset. So you got 3 formations to fool around with here. 12 plays out of this one. Basic stuff here along with some basic triple. This is going to be kind of similar to the Air Force playbook in terms of what you're going to get out of some of these plays and formations. You go to split slot open. Even when you're going to spread them out a little bit, you still got what? Plenty of triple. Look at that. Triple right, triple left. We got a power read, some play action on top of that. You got a sweep. You got a Y sail, technically flood. Then you got PA halfback wheel again. Then you got backs cross, power O, PAF slide, off tackle, and so on and so forth. RB sweep, got a reverse built in there as well. Then we got another halfback swing series. We got load option. I think this is a new play for us in this video. Then we got PA swing lead. Then we got a midline read option on top of that. Let's go look at split offset. 18 plays here. Again, the more spread out you go, the more chance you're going to find some more passing concepts like air raid-ish. But we do got some triple in there. We got a power O built in. Here's a halfback swing series with the zone, the swing, and then a triple option on top of that. Then we got a shovel option. We got a PA Poco. You don't see that too often. Then you got a read option there, and it just keeps on going. Just some screens. You got some Z motion with a double wheel, a slip screen, and a deep cross. So again, the big reason why you pick this playbook is from this go-go stuff, but do not neglect the split action you got right here. So if you really want an ultimate two-back look with a playbook that's just got about whatever you want, this is probably the best because of all this go-go stuff. Hey, that's two-back look. Then you got all this split. Then you got the under center split. It's all about 2 running backs doing whatever you can with them. I think you can't go wrong with the go-go alternate playbook. Next up, we have the Kansas Power Spread playbook. I've already made a video on this one, and this has probably got more motion plays than any other playbook in the game outside of maybe Georgia Tech, which we've already talked about. It's got plenty of shotgun. It's got some pistol. If you need some two-back pistol to complement some of your gun split, you could definitely do some of that. It's got a little bit of Wildcat if you need it too, but let's talk about the gun split stuff. Let's go and start here. It's got split twins, 15 plays there. Then we got split twins offset, and then we got split twins Y off. So if you need the ultimate twins playbook out of your split, this is probably the best one for you to fool around with. So let's start off with split twins. We got, again, going to be a ton of motion here. We got an orbit mini series here with a halfback wheel, a triple option, and got a play action on top of that. You got some RPO, a power O. We got some more RPO, another shovel option, halfback off tackle, inside zone split, PAF slide. They complement each other. And then you got some triple option. You got a power read. You look at split twins offset. We got some of the little exit motion we saw earlier in another playbook, a halfback power G, the Y seam, a halfback toss, power G, triple option, more triple option. Stick and flood. That's one thing about these twins set. You're going to see more flood action because you got all receivers to one side. You got a double motion with an outside zone. And you got that buck triple option we looked at earlier. Cross buck and speed option, more play action. Then we got another halfback swing series with a spot, a swing, then a throwback screen. Then we got split twins wide off, 12 plays here. You got a counter bash and play action. Then we got an RPO read slide. This is a mini series here too with a tight end this time. Going into motion with a sweep week. Then we got the seam and the slide again. You got more slide. This is another halfback swing series with an alert. You got a cross screen, another Y slide. Just incredible stuff here. Read toss, counter bash, swing spot. So this is another very similar to the Georgia Tech playbook. You pick this playbook for all the motion, but it's got a lot of great two-back looks out of these gun splits, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. Next up, we have the Liberty Spread Option Playbook. This may be the best half gun, half pistol if you need a lot of two-back stuff. So again, it's got a ton of shotgun, as you would imagine. Pistol, it's got just an amazing amount of pistol two-back looks. You can start here with strong and strong slot, weak and weak slot over. Great complements to your gun split, which is what this whole video is about. So let's talk about what we have in here. Plenty to look at. Starting off, we have split Y offset. We got 12 plays there. Then we got split twins offset. Then we got split pro far. This is the first time we've seen some of these split pro formations. Not many playbooks have them. 12 plays there. Then we got basic split slots. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 total. This is the most amount we've seen of the gun split. Starting off, Y offset, tons of triple option. In this case, we have our tight end going into motion with that little mini series. Plenty of triple, basic runs, play action. You got some halfback swing here with a cross screen, a triple, and an RPO. Split twins. We've already seen a lot of these plays already, but it's just a combination of whatever you need. This one's got, again, going to have a ton of option. Speed option, and triple, and you got an inverted veer and a power O. Split twins offset. Guess what? More triple, more power, more triple. Some double motion built into some of this, which I really enjoy. This is, again, another fun mini series. Again, I love that shovel. Pretty cool. You got cross buck, the speed option play again. There's that halfback swing with your second halfback. You keep on going. Split pro far. Again, this is going to be brand new to us for this video. Split zone PAF slide. You got an RPO, more RPO. You got a basic read option, more read option. You got a lead zone, a tight end option built into that. Then we got a split slot. We got a shovel. Then we got PAF slide, more triple, play action, screens, speeds, flood, more triple, read, triple, read, triple. Do you get the theme here? This is the ultimate spread option playbook. You really can't go wrong with it. With all this split action, then you got all this split or pistol two-back stuff to go with it. I mean, you got more two-back stuff than you would never know what to do with. It just, again, it comes down to what you need, but this has got more option than you could ever handle, and I really like it. Next up, we have the Navy option playbook. As you would imagine, this will be really close to the Air Force playbook. Plenty of flex bone. We got some power I, we got some pistol, then we got some shotgun. Let's start off with the splits. Let's go over to split tight. We've seen this before. We got 6 plays there. Then we got split Y offset. Then we got split twins Y off. Then we got split slots. This one actually has a little bit more split action than that Air Force one. Starting off, as you would imagine, triple, running, more triple, things of that nature. You got split Y offset. Triple option lead right, and you got inside zone split. Guess what? More triple. And we got a fun little halfback swing series here, a triple, an RPO, and that cross screen. Split twins, Y off, split zone. You got counter bash. A lot of these same plays we looked at already, more halfback swing. You go to split slot. We got 24 plays here. You're probably going to base a lot of your offense out of this particular formation. Just so much to look at here. Just typical run, play action, tons of option built into it, as you would imagine. So between all of this, and if you need a little bit of wing back, I didn't mention this too much, but this is a multi-back formation. You can have some fun with it as well. But again, plenty of gun split action to be had here, and I think you would like it. Next up, we have the NC State Power Spread Playbook. This one is a little more dedicated to that split pro that we looked at earlier in a previous playbook. It's got plenty of shotgun. It's got some pistol in it. Not a whole lot of two-back stuff other than like one formation. But let's talk about the gun split. Starting off, split Y offset, 9 plays there. Then we got basic split twins. Then we got split pro far. Then we got split pro near. This is a new one for this video. Then if you want to consider split F wing, you could do that. But again, it's all really about the gun split. So let's start off at the very beginning with split Y offset. 9 plays here. You got some halfback swing, some run, triple, more triple. You go to split twins, some RPO built into this, some more triple, some play action, speed option, some mesh, and more mesh. So last year in 25, this was considered an air raid playbook, so don't be shocked if you see more air raid in this one as well. I don't think they've changed offense coordinator since then. But you got power read, halfback power O, you go to split pro far. You got some read options. So if you need more read option, you're going to get more out of it out of the pro stuff as you would from the basic gun split. You go to split pro near. You're just moving your halfbacks around at this point. Slants, RPO F slide, inside zone, things of that nature. And that's pretty much it. So if you need more of the split pro, this stuff right here, this is probably the best one for you out of all the ones we're going to talk about today. Next up, we have the spread option alternate playbook. This may be the best one of the bunch. I will say this is also the biggest playbook in the entire game. It's got a ton of stuff in it, but especially with all this split action from the gun. Now, you can go to the pistol if you need more two-backs to complement your gun split. Look at all this, what you got to work with. Pretty good. But let's talk about the gun split. Split tight, 6 plays there. Then we got basic gun split, 12 plays. Then we got split Y offset. And then we head into your duo stuff. This is if you need to go beyond the go-go offense, you can throw that in there as well to complement it. Let's go back to the gun split. Starting off split tight, we got 6 plays here. Triple, halfback, power O, more triple. We've seen that before. You got gun split. You notice here, speed option, some triple. So this is the spread option alternate playbook, so just kind of expect a lot of running. But it's got some passing in there as well. It's your basic looks from verts and slants. Here's some halfback swing action. And that is kind of it there, but just in terms of needing a lot of gun two-back split, it's got more than what you would need. There are probably better playbooks for that. However, if you need to complement it with other great things, this may be the best playbook for that, just because of all this pistol two-back and, of course, all this duo/go-go formations if you need that as well. Next up, we have the Stanford Power Spread playbook. Going to be mostly shotgun, as you would see here. It's got some pistol as well, one formation. It's got a little single back if you need that. It's got a split T, but it's all about the gun split, so let's go to that. We got basic gun split, and we got split Y off. We got split slot open. So those are your big 3, but notice the play count here, 12, 12, and then 27. So plenty to work with. Let's go back to gun split. Here are your big 12 plays. You got power read, more power read, halfback off tackle. So again, this is a power spread playbook, so kind of expect all that power stuff built into it, hence the name Power Spread. You go to split Y off. We got a cool little tight end motion series there. We've seen that before in other playbooks. If you need a condensed look, this is a great playbook or formation for you. Of course, you got some of this air raid action, cool slip screen, and you got a little mesh/shallow built in. Split slot off open. You got a reverse, you got some sweep, you got a load option, a PA swing, and a mesh. Then you got a nice little triple to work with. Shovel, read, speed, inside zone split, all this play action and vertical you can go with. Here's some of that exit motion with a halfback, motion flood, halfback slip screen, spot halfback choice, power read follow. Really good stuff. Again, if you just need the combination of these types of formations, and I would base everything out of this split slot open. There's 27 plays, which is more than what you would ever need. Next up, we have the UConn spread playbook. This is technically the only spread playbook in the video, but you can draw the line. It's a very thin line between spread and power spread, things of that nature. It's got plenty of shotgun, as you would imagine. We do got some pistol, as you can see right here. A lot of it's one-back based. Speaking of one-back, we got some single-back looks. You got 2 formations there, but let's go to the gun and let's talk about these split formations. Split twins, 18 plays there. Then we got split Y flex. 15 plays. Then we got split close with 15 plays. So we got these 3 formations to look at. So some cool things in here. It's got some RPOs built into it, basic runs, play actions. Not a lot of option out of this formation. You do got a power read. That's considered an option play. Split Y flex, read option, swing, flood, Y cross. So notice that this is a spread playbook. So this is more air raid based / spread. Notice there's not much triple out of any of these. Now, there's a triple option play there, but you can just kind of get the idea. You got more mesh screen. You got a drive halfback wheel. Just more passing oriented, and that may be what you're looking for. If you need something that's not air raid, but you need plenty of passing to work with out of your gun split looks, you can't go wrong with some of the plays that we got going on here. Last but not least, we have the USC Air Raid Playbook. Yes, this is an air raid playbook, but it's got plenty of gun 2-back stuff, like the original air raid alternate playbook we looked at the beginning of the video. This one's got some really good things. This is the Lincoln Riley offense. It's also one of the bigger playbooks in the entire game. Like, it's maybe the biggest team playbook in the game, if I'm not mistaken. More than enough gun, obviously. You got some single back in there. You got a pistol formation. You got a wildcat. But it's all about shotgun. And in this video, we're all talking about the split. So let's talk about split Y offset. 9 plays there. Then we got split slot with 21 plays. Then we got split slot offset with 27. So we got 3 formations, but keep in mind, this is air raid, but expect some triple built into some of this. You got triple lead, and then you got to the right, and you got an RPO and screen. You got another triple option to the right with some motion built into it. Split slot. Notice some of the pass plays we're looking at. Y cross, that's air raid. Mesh post wheel, post angle and slants. Shovel option, slip screen, flat, which is Hank, and you got shakes. Then you got a reverse, and you got a halfback sweep week, and you got split slot offset. You got a PAGTZ tunnels. I will say this, if you remember my USC video from 25, this had a lot of GT counter. So you're going to see the letters GT a lot in this playbook. GT this, GT that. That just means you're pulling the guard and the tackle from the same side over. But notice, mesh, stick. This is air raid with some flair. If you need a little bit more flair, and I thought the air raid alternate playbook had plenty of motion built into it as well, especially the formations we looked at, but this one is just as awesome. Spot and zone and swing. There's flood, which is technically Y corner or Y sail. Then you got flanker drag. There's a sneak corner, which is pretty cool. Screen and a sweep. And you got some RPO and a speed option. I guess if you need something beyond the air raid alternate playbook for some air raid gun split action, this is probably the best one for you. You got 3 formations with 60 plays here to fool around with. You just can't go wrong with it, and I highly recommend it. All right, guys, that is it, and I'll talk to you later.